This is a Michigan L320 rubber tire loader. It's made by Joal. It's in 1/50th scale. Now, as far as Joal models go, this is definitely not the worst, but it's not the best either. It's definitely not bad. It's surprisingly has a couple finer elements to it that aren't usually on Joal models. I mean, you notice right off the bat you have all the hand railings here, and you have the mirrors on the cab and the lights here. You even have a little bit of hydraulic hose detail on the bucket cylinders, which is kind of cool. The casting is pretty good. You see all kinds of panels and whatnot around the hood. The decals, again, are really pretty nice. The paint is pretty thick, but that's normal for Joal. And it's got a lot of good weight to it. It's a really a pretty robust model. If you look inside the cab, there's not a whole lot going on. It does have the that tinted blue plastic. Not really sure why. It's just kind of a thing, I guess. Everybody did it. Now, as far as range of motion goes, it's really pretty good. The bucket cylinders aren't too stiff, but they'll hold any position you want to stick it in. The bucket rolls back plenty far enough, and it also dumps out very well. Like I said, it rolls back pretty well when you bring it all the way down. That's a little bit loose there, but really not that bad. Now, the bucket, I'm not really a fan of. It is a spade bucket, which is cool, but it's got a smooth cutting edge on it, and I feel like it should really be a tooth bucket. But all in all, it's not terrible. The spill guard on the top is really pretty nice too. It's really not a bad model. Now, there's no steering cylinders or drive shaft or anything like that. If you look underneath, there is nothing there. And it's really, you know, coming from Joal, it's not a bad Joal model. Now, Joal did kind of the same thing that Ertl did, where they walked a fine line between building a model that you could collect and put on the shelf, or one that you could toss to the kids and the kids could play with it for years and years and it would stand up to all the abuse. And this is definitely one of those models. It's right there on that line. Now, it is a Michigan loader, and what's interesting is if you look on the grill here, you can see right there VME. Now, what that stands for is Volvo Michigan Euclid. Now, this loader here, I think it was made from like the mid-80s to the late 90s, mid-90s. And right about this time, like the mid-80s, that was when Volvo, they either merged with or bought Michigan, like Clark, Michigan, and Euclid. So VME, like I said, is Volvo Michigan Euclid. So I think they produced loaders under the Michigan name, like the Clark loaders, and all became Michigan. And I think some of the smaller loaders that were made by Volvo were also badged as Michigans. And likewise, the bigger Michigan, the Clark Michigan loaders were also badged as Volvo. It depends on where they were sold, really. So anyway, that's just kind of interesting. A lot of people don't know what that VME stands for, and that's what it is. So technically, I guess this is kind of a Volvo. It's kind of hard to say. Like I say, it gets real fuzzy. I'm not sure who merged with who or who bought who, but I know that Volvo is definitely the parent company. So anyway, that's about it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. If you like to see more of what we have, please subscribe to Maryland Construction Diecast, and thanks for watching.